She's being very good for the vets and about to get sedated and probably get a Coggins test as well. First time being fully locked in. Get a good girl. I get to better. So pretty. She's very upset. You go get some CP juice. Oops, I pushed the wrong button. Okay guys, Kamani had 2 shots of sedation because the vet visit took so long. They cleaned up under her udders. They checked her top line. It looks like my bidding up is working. Her top line's good. Her gut sounds good. Now, on to the problem. So she eats dirt and poop. So they think she just ate way too much dirt and poop. And then the cheatgrass got stuck up in there. And she ate the dirt and poop because she's bored. So they recommend me getting a slow feeder hay net. And we found another issue that I kind of thought she had because she fights a lot with the bit when I put it on. She's got wolf teeth. Now, they're not worried about it, but one is loose, so I'm going to see if I have enough funds tomorrow to have them come out and pull her wolf teeth. Poor baby. She had an 1.5-hour appointment. She's got to stay in here for about 2 hours just to make sure she's good, and she's got her Coggins done, so hopefully she's negative for that. We think she is based off not having symptoms, but you never know. Her gut sounds good, no impaction colic or anything like that, so I was just worried, and she can feel the hardness that I'm feeling in her stomach that I'm talking about, but she thinks that's just part of her body, and maybe I just never noticed it, and I only noticed it because she was sick. So they recommend a slow feeder hay nut, and I'm hoping to have enough funds for them to come back out and pull her wolf teeth. They said they're not worried about it, but with it being loose, and I know that, like they said, it can cause issues, we might as well get it done while we can. It's like $165 just for them to come out. And then you got $30 for sedation, and then whatever the cost is for the pulling of the teeth. And if I can, we're going to be putting a microchip in her, so if she ever gets lost or stolen, then we have a microchip. But we're going to see if we can afford that first. I'm going to leave her in here for her 2 hours and come back and check on her. She's doing great. She's doing good. So, that brown saliva and everything like that wasn't from the cheatgrass. It was from her being bored and eating dirt. Alright. There's your guys' Kamani's update, and I'll see you guys when we take her back to the barn. Alright. If I'm squinting, I'm sorry. It's very bright out, but it's actually cold. So, Kamani has wolf teeth, and the vet thinks out of the budget that I have, even with today's visit, I should have enough for them to come back out and pull the wolf teeth. They're not majorly a concern at the moment, but they can become a concern very quickly, especially since one is loose. So we're going to go get Kamani and take her back over to her pasture, and I thought I'd show you guys what she looks like out of sedation. She should be out of it by now, completely out of sedation. Scratchy's not happy. He's been calling and sweating the whole time. So they recommend a slow feeder hay net. I've said that, and I actually already ordered one a long time ago. Should be here this weekend. Now, I don't really like Boog's owner, the one that brings the hay and treats me like shit. And today I texted him and said, look, you brought me a bunch of nasty cheatgrass hay. I don't want hay from you anymore. We have hay. We'll just do it ourselves. And at first his reply pissed me off and said, okay, good. And then ... bye. Like, bye, Felicia, kind of. And I was pissed, but I was like, and then I started feeling sick when I sent him that because now everything's solely on me. Yes, I have enough hay, but now it's solely my responsibility for my horse, and I've never had that for a horse. So it's kind of like, oh, kick in the gut. And then I just now got a message that he has been life-flighted to Tri-Cities Hospital. Now, I don't like him. Now he treats me like crap. But nobody deserves that. My neighbor was actually life-flighted to the hospital a couple of days ago for having a heart attack. No one's heard anything from her, and they can't get out information because she's not family, technically. And then last night, my grandma's dog died. And then all this stuff happened with Kamani, and it's just like, dude, 2020, go away. I'm going to turn you guys off, and we're going to go and check on Kamani. See if she's awake. She might be sleeping. Come on. Come on. Hi, Mama. I can see her. Oh, look at you, and you pooped twice. Good morning. See? Do you guys see how much bloat went down from the last video? That's what I mean by she bloats when she eats. Are you ready to go back? Yeah? So before I grab her, I know. Before I grab her, I'm going to show you guys. This is the hay that I bought. This is certified hay, meaning it could have a little bit of cheatgrass, but it's not going to be a ton like the other bale was full of cheatgrass. I cut my thumb open. Don't even know how, but it freaking hurts. So it's nice, loose, and no cheatgrass. This is the grass hay that I bought, $375 for 74 bales, which is 2 tons. This is what I'm going to be feeding her, but I'm not sure if I should save that for the summer. Looks like there's a stick in it. Don't want that. Should I save that for the summer and feed the alfalfa grass my grandma bought for the winter? Or should I feed my grass hay for this winter? And then we have another stall of grass hay that is a different kind. Now mine that I showed you first is low sugar and all that. This is for the pony. We had a rabbit in here. This is for the pony because you get a little pink string. He doesn't eat as much, so my grandma wants me to feed him this and feed my horse mine, which I'm perfectly fine with. The only thing that sucks is moving all that hay over. I'd have to move a lot over before snow falls. So my plan is to move 1 bale over for each horse and see how long it takes for them to eat it. So I know about how many bales I need for a month over there, or 2 months. But as I was saying, you know, I may not like Luke's owner, and he may not give me updates on Rose, and it might drive me insane. And he might bring hay that makes my horse get bored and then eat dirt and cheatgrass and get sick, but nobody deserves to be life flighted. Hi, you just pooped again. You got the poo-poos. Look at you. Look how sweaty you are. Look how sweaty. Poor babies. But look how much your stomach's gone down. No. She says, Ma, I'm ready to go back. Okay, let me get her halter on and we'll take her back. Someone is very, very ready to go back to her pasture. And so I'm going to try and film and take you guys with me. Come on. So I'm just trying to figure out if I should feed the alfalfa or the grass in the winter. I was thinking since they're both extremely easy keepers, the alfalfa would probably be better in the summer because they're both used to being on grass and it's kind of richer. Since they're easy, hold on, I gotta open the gate, hold on. Since they're easy keepers, the grass might be better for them in the winter. But we're gonna wait until my grandma gets home because she bought all besides the first stall that I showed you. Okay, I'm gonna leave the gates open because I gotta come back later and get that. Come on. Oh, come on. She was very nervous coming down. I couldn't film. She had the vet truck behind her because the vet came early. And then she had our neighbors down here revving their old pickup. So it was 2 trucks. And she was like, okay, just stay here. I don't want that gate's open. It's like cold, but it's warm. It's like a warm wind, but it's still got a chill to it. She says, I feel better. And the vet thinks that's why she's sensitive with her mouth, besides the fact that she ate cheatgrass. When I went to put the halter, easy, hey, I know you don't like trains, but you don't get to walk on me for it. When I went to put the halter on, she was actually a little bit of don't touch my mouth kind of attitude. So that's from the, hey, come on. You act like you haven't been fed. You already had your breakfast. Come on. Figure out what I was saying. Putting the halter on, she was a little iffy about me touching her nose. The vet thinks because one of her wolf teeth is extremely loose. They didn't bring the tools because they didn't know that's what was going on, even though they knew they were checking teeth, but whatever. So You just ran your face into my nail. Anyways, they didn't have the correct tools to pull it out, and they didn't want to just pull it out. They want to get the root down to the roots so that it's not a problem or an infection. And they tried to get it out with the tools that they had, but it just wasn't strong enough. And on top of that, for some reason, they said the bar that's above the medicine chute wasn't high enough for her, which it totally is, because it's just a train. It totally is, because they were holding her at the same height. So they have to use some type of machine or some type of stand to hold her head up. So, figured I would just take you guys with me. I couldn't film much of the vet visit because although the vet was okay with it, sorry for my thumb. Ronnie, stop. Just about got ran over right there. Dog barked at her. I think she's still part way under, but not fully under. Anyways, they had to use some type of stand to hold her up. And the vet tech wasn't okay with being on camera, but the vet was, so it's kind of hard to film that way. Like I said, I think she's partly still kind of out of it, because she just about ran me over. Look how sweaty Scratchy is. Like, dude. Can you tell he's buddy saw her? Come on, mama. But I wanted to bring you guys with me on this little journey. Her hay net should be here Friday. It's Wednesday, so they want me to start feeding her in a hay net. Even though she eats slow, she just gets, she eats for like 2 or 3 hours. She gets bored, and then she goes and eats dirt. So the slow feeder net will make it to where it lasts probably 3 or 4 hours, and she won't be as bored, and she won't eat as much dirt. I'm gonna put you down while I take off her halter and close the gate. All right, she's free. And I know exactly where she's going. She's got some breakfast left. Yep. Right to the breakfast, I betcha. Yep. So they told me 2 hours should be fine. She should be able to eat, but to keep an eye on her. So she doesn't have very much breakfast left. I'll show you guys. So she doesn't have very much left. I bet her mouth's a little sore because they did mess with that one wolf to try to get it out. And they couldn't. So I hope you guys watch this whole video, because I'm not going to go through the comments and answer questions that I have answered in this video or in one of the other update videos. Prepare for a tack haul probably Sunday or Saturday. And then, yeah, she's going to get... I might do some lunging with her tonight, but later on tonight. Yeah, because she's had the last 3 days off. But that's probably all the work we're going to do for the next day or two, because the vet said since she fiddled around with her tooth, it might be sore, which, as I told you, I went with halter on and she was very sore. So probably just some lunging with nothing on for a day or two and go from there. So yeah, she's hopefully going to get those wolf teeth taken out and get the problem taken care of. They said that I'm not biting her up too much. She has a perfect amount of muscle growth. Her back is really good. They felt her spine. It feels really nice. It feels in place. They did the ulcer thing where they'd run their finger down. There's no ulcers, which I didn't think there was. They're just checking everything. They said that they think she's going to get bigger withers. And then for her profile, they do all of her markings. So if I decide not to do the chip for some reason and she gets lost or stolen, then they can look at my profile and her markings are there. Okay, that's going to end this update video, and I'm glad she was just bored and making herself kind of drool. Glad it was nothing serious. Bye, guys.